what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
The lads.
Up, dog. How we doing, fella?
Good, bud. Stanley Cup finals are upon us. Things are good.
It's June, man.
It's June, and I'm excited to have the summer upon us. We are almost through the Stanley Cup playoffs. A lot of golf coming up, a lot of travel, and it's nice to be in the studio with you, bud.
Yeah. I know we got one month left, and then for our listeners out there, we got a bunch of off-season content that we'll be rolling out throughout July and the first part of August. Our studio is heading to Summer League for July, NBA Summer League. If you've never been, check it out. 20th anniversary?
This is their 20th anniversary. Big Al Hall, yeah.
Yeah, cool stuff on TNT. They did I don't know if the thing's been out now, but I saw the trailer for it. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, Lillard. I'm forgetting guys because I've been up since 5:30, but lots of guys.
20 years doing anything's pretty good. Married, with same car.
Same car's impressive. Even if you don't have Bluetooth.
A career in the NHL, a career anywhere.
20 years in the show.
I mean, but doing an event like that for 20 years with a lot of personalities coming through there.
I know.
A lot of stuff that, shakes up every year. Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. Says a lot on our boy Al Hall.
Al Hall. Yeah.
Al Hall.
So if you haven't been to NBA Summer League, get out there, check it out. But we got 1 month left here at Mr. Curfew. We're going to finish strong here. Hey, Updog, let's stick with the NBA for a second. I don't watch NBA hoops. All right, I'll tell you how my playoffs have went. I watch the playoff games, and then as soon as the playoff game's over, I turn it over and I watch Inside the NBA to listen to Chuck, Shaq, Kenny the Jet, and Ernie. And I just get my fix of NBA playoff highlights and just them. They don't even need NBA basketball to have their show. Like, their show is that good. And you can see NBA guys have come out because they're done now. The final will be on ABC, just much like the NHL final will be on ABC, and they don't have a contract. So they need to find a way to make sure these guys, I'm sure they'll all be okay, Updog, but man, this show is unbelievable. They need to keep this show humming, man.
And of course they will. Or, Amazon or YouTube or someone will grab Chuck and Shaq and be like, all right, boys. I read something saying Chuck has his own kind of media company, does he? Like,
I don't know,
and that he's going to
fucking rich.
Yeah, and he should just take this show and move it anywhere he wants. I mean, I don't think it should be stuck on any channel, really. Well, we would tune into it no matter if it was on Pornhub or ESPN.com or
it wouldn't be first on my it wouldn't be first on my Pornhub reel, but I would get to it. I'd get to it. After.
Yeah, you're like, Chuck, geez, Kenny the Jet. Geez, I didn't know you were hung like that, Kenny. Jeez.
But Jack, what are you? Holy Christ, Jack! Watch where you're swinging that thing.
Hey, you have a touch, Jack. God, come on, man.
Watch where you're swinging that thing, fella. But man, those when I was still playing, and I used to watch a lot of hoops because I don't know about you. When I played in the NHL, I didn't watch a lot of hockey. I would watch you play. I would watch Loops play. Any of my buddies that I know I watch play, and then I may watch the team the night before that's coming into Colorado. Right? If I have a night off and the Blues are coming, I may watch that game just to see some tendencies or whatever. But I watched a lot of hoops. And inside the NBA, and Charles Barkley was like the first guy that made me want to get into what we're doing now. Like, he was so cool at it, and it seemed like they were talking with no cameras in front of them, right? Like, that was their thing, and they still do it, and they talk about hoops, and they talk about crazy other stuff, and it's just like, it's the reason they've won so many Emmys, but they're the GOATs, man.
Yeah.
They're the GOATs. They get paid like the GOATs, and
really
they both love hockey now.
Yeah, and then, but by the way, TNT's had this cool factor. We can stay on the NBA for now, but TNT's done a great job with just bringing a different side of entertainment to our sports. One that one that provides a look inside the NBA. But I like a look inside the personalities and, not just the boring aspects of, 82 game seasons and, playoff runs or whatever. Like, it's personalities. It's what these guys are going through. It's asking good questions. It's bringing guys like you and me into watching it.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal.
Good. So TNT, it's all on, call it hiring the personalities, but it is them. It's them. It's their writers. It's, them all showing up and making the show look great, telling Chuck and Shaq, like, hey, we're going to be on site tonight. We're going to be inside the barn. Like, they would probably do a great job at these live shows. right? Where they're just not in the studio, like at the playoff games.
Well, they did it the one year. Remember they went to Colorado, Edmonton for the West Final? Because you got drunk with them up in Edmonton. But this year they must have cut in budgets, inflation. They pulled the plug on the boys and said, stay in the studio. Yeah. Gretz is probably like, I'm not flying all over the. I'm not. Hey, Gretz is like, I'm not flying to Dallas to Edmonton. But back to TNT. Listen, Gretzky was unbelievable.
Yes, I wanted to talk.
John Coop comes in the last day and says, "Hey, Hank, slide over, bud. I'll take that chair, bud. Just slide right there, Hank, with that nice suit, and nice hair." I will say this: Biz is the OG gangster. I love how Hank comes in with his goalie outlook on things and how much of a competitor was. And obviously, Anson Carter's been a staple on TV for a long time with NBC. But, however, throughout the season, they need another guy, right? You can't just have Biz, Hank, and Anson Carter. I think you need either a coach. Obviously, Gretz isn't going to do it every single night, but I just thought Gretz added that element in the Western Conference Finals that they have missed since Rick Tocchet has left. You know, I love Rick Tocchet. I know Chief did it sometimes. But for me, as a fan of the show, I think they need one more person on a regular basis there up.
They really hit a home run, Obi, this year with Gretzky being able to talk about Connor McDavid in the Western Conference Final. Every time the camera went on Gretz to start, every time Liam would start a show off and Gretz, it would go right to him, and Gretz would give this outlook on where we currently are, all the players and their mindsets, the way the fans are, the way these, just the ins and outs of championship hockey and greatness. He really provided a great outlook on it, Obi, and I had hit him up. I actually texted him, Hank and Biz at the end because, they had a proper send-off, and it's weird because
a lot of people working for them.
Western Conference Final, Game 6, and all of a sudden they're done, right? Like, if they go to Game 7, they have another day. But it was like, we'll have to say goodbye, and we'd like to thank our crew, and the crew is huge. Yeah, the crew's
massive.
But it was just
I gained a lot of respect. I gained a lot of respect for Kyle and Morgan. Not that we're putting on an NHL TNT show here, but we got two soldiers back there. They came out of the woodworks. They got 40 people working for them. At least.
Yeah, writers and producers and makeup artists and light, and videographers and the whole fluffers. I'm sure
there's some fluffers kicking around there for sure. There's some fluffers kicking around.
Whoever's doing Wayne's hair, though, great job. I mean,
Wayne's flawless.
Wayne's hair looked great.
Another one, Wayne had so many great lines in the series, and he said, heading into the third period, he said 20 miles for 20 smiles. And I used to say that all the time going into the third, boys, right? 20 guys in the dressing room, 20 miles for 20 smiles, buddy. Or I would say 20 miles for 20 cold ones or something like that, I would say. But Gretz, he's just such a fucking locker room guy, eh?
Yeah.
Like, he's just a locker room guy. Speaking of 97, though, did you see these fans attack him in Edmonton? Let the guy get in his fucking car here.
That bugs me.
Man, I was like, dude, let the guy get in his car.
I don't even want to say, are they the true fans? Vancouver has your fans that aren't the true fans. Like, come on, guys.
By the way, there's a thing out right now on ESPN about Vancouver in 2000.
I know.
Was it 2011? Yeah, the riot.
With Boston.
What's the title called? The title's called... Kyle, can you look that up for me, please, on ESPN? It's like we riot because we wanted to, or riot because we had the opportunity. But yeah, I was like, let 97 get in his car. Let him get.
Come on, you just got a couple packs of cold ones.
Yeah,
I didn't see any little bat blue lights in there. I seen some Coors Light and some Molsons, but
same suit, 3 games in a row. I respect that.
It's called "I'm Just Here for the Riot."
I'm just here for the riot, and that's what I was saying about back in the day, like. Those fans weren't the true Vancouver Canucks fans. They were just looking for a relay. Let's go.
I think that Edmonton should just let Connor just be Connor right now. Just let fans just stay away.
Get him a helicopter to the game. Yeah, is there a helicopter launch pad on?
But guys, don't freak out. Come on, it's not done yet. We're give this guy a little bit of a break. Let him go have some beers. Don't fucking jump on his back and with his his girlfriend in their car. Come on, have a touch.
So what? They start Saturday, right? We'll get into the preview on our Fellow Friday show. But Gretz said they'll probably go down there Thursday. I'm like, I'd get those guys out of Edmonton
tomorrow.
Yeah, or tomorrow. Yeah, or today even. I'd be like, boys, jump on the bird. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Right to Florida though, or would she stop somewhere?
I mean, you can go somewhere else if you don't want to go right down to Miami.
Stop in Aspen. Go to Aspen for a couple days. Skate at Sheldon's place.
Isn't that the other way? It's the other way.
No, it's right. No, it's on the way.
Speaking of that, break out the neck pillows for the flights, eh? Fucking
my
4,000 over 4,000 kilometers, longest travel in the history of NHL.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. They're gonna have to stop for gas each way.
You got to get them a bird that they don't have to stop for gas. Is there not a bird that somebody?
I think you're going to have to stop for gas. To be honest, especially
Stretch
if you fight it going east to west. You go back into the wind.
Coming home.
Oh, they're going to stop
home,
for gas in like Minnesota or something.
Yeah,
it's going to be that's horrendous travel.
We had to stop and get gas in Green Bay after we were in Newfoundland.
Did you? Yeah.
I was tits up on the plane. I tried to look out, see if I could see Lambeau.
See Lambeau? Yeah.
No, I was trying to see if I could see Lambeau. Yeah. right back to shutting her down. Updog, we got two good teams in the finals. We'll get to that first. I just wanted to touch on, shout out to Billy Quinn again. Guy's an ultimate guys guy. Bottle Straw, I got the T-shirt. I picked you up a nice T-shirt. Dude, either 1895 it was first designed. 2 courses, the redo and the upper course, but Uppy, it's so cool. By the way, great logo. And Billy's a national member. This is great. I was going to Billy. I'm like, we get to New York on the Thursday night, and I'm like, who's the member? He's like, I'm the member, Opes. I'm like, what? I didn't know you're a member. He's like, I'm a national member. And for any of those guys that live in the city, Ups, it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes from Soho right out to Balthastral. So unbelievable track. It was awesome. 2 days up. You get a good appreciation. But this course is gettable for guys like you. If you hit it far and you hit fairways, you can attack. But if you miss fairways, it's a lot of trouble. The rough is gnarly there, man. And you get a feeling for these guys of how good they are and how accurate you have to be, man. But after the first 27 holes, even after the first day, I said to Billy, I'm like, Updog could get this course. Because if you fucking hit it long and straight, the fairways are like so nice, man. They're mint, big long greens.
How was the weather? Perfect weather for it? Yeah.
Perfect weather, man. But when we played Shinnecock together, me and you, like when you play those big boy courses,
it's
man,
the best.
You get a feel for it, man.
Yeah, I know.
You get a feel for it.
It's golf. I mean, that's the mecca of golf. Long Island, I'm hands down putting Long Island ahead of any other place in the world for exquisite golf courses, back to back to back to back. That National, Shinnecock, Friars Head, Maidstone, East Hampton, that little chariot of golf courses is sick, man.
Yeah. How long would it take you to get in? Unless you take a chopper, it takes a little bit longer going out there, right?
To the city, yeah.
The thing about Balti is 30 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Billy told the story of this guy. It was a member guest, and it was the guest. And at Balstraw Uppy, no phones. I was thinking about you a lot. And Jack, his son's a beauty. Shout out to his Jack Quinn. He's a fucking beauty kid. I got to hang out with him for 3 days. His son-in-law, Joe Bergie, good kid, just graduated from Princeton. Played hockey at Princeton for 4 years. No phones. They're strict on phones there. Like, really, they stank at you. So, and it's just old school. You stay right there, Uppy. Like, I stayed in room number 6. You just come out of the elevator. You hit Men's Grill, right down, walk out, go right in there, have your breakfast. Course is right there.
Sick.
Yeah, man. It's like,
awesome.
To stay right there, it's pretty badass. But the dress code, so this one member guest and a member guest, he zipped into the city 30 minutes. And Uppy, at nighttime here, you could hear a fucking pin drop. So this beauty guest goes into the city, grabs a couple broads, brings them back to Ballestraw, has a shaker, then in the morning brings them down for breakfast, and they got these fucking dresses on with the, like I couldn't imagine. Like I went in there with just no collared shirt on one day and a quarter zip, and people were stank eyeing me.
Yeah.
So this beauty came in there, just
it's like it's one thing getting them in, Obes.
Yeah.
But how do you get them out?
Yeah, exactly. And then I just wanted to say UFC 302. Shout out to Dustin Poirier, man. That guy is an absolute savage. And listen, like him, hate him, whatever, love him, fucking think he's a criminal or not. I'll tell you what, when Donald Trump walked in that arena, buddy, the energy, chanting USA. I've never been in an arena when somebody has made that entrance, and I felt that. So we don't need to get into the whole politics here, Updog, but I'm telling you, it was USA chants out the fucking yin yang, and people were going Buck Diddy and Dana White, and he was listening to playing Kid Rock. It was a scene, man. That's what
I bet. Well, it's been a crazy week, so I'm sure there was a lot of amped up little emotion for that man.
Yeah, it was
cool to witness.
Yeah, it was cool just to see that energy and that much, USA chants and people going Buck Diddy, and then our boy Frosty. You wanted me to obviously say what up to you. We're in Newark. And obviously after the game, we just, waiting on an Uber. I'm like, Frosty, can we slide down with Billy and his son and son-in-law? We go down, opens up the beer fridge for the boys. What a good setup.
Good room.
Practice rink right there.
Yeah,
there.
Totally, yeah.
Fucking nice big dressing room. And your boy Jack Hughes, I was thinking, your boy Jack Hughes' gear's still hanging there. So did he play World Championships?
I don't think he went over.
No. So he's not quite on the ice yet. I was like, this is a beauty. Dougie Hamilton's gears, I'm like, beauty. All the big boys that are making fucking, 10 bananas, so gear hasn't left.
No, I'm sure Hughes is out there somewhere fucking dangling around, isn't he?
I don't know.
He
probably.
he got shoulder surgery.
No, he did have surgery, yeah.
He's chilling.
It was just great to see. And then last but not least, about the Billy Quinn, this guy's unbelievable. I went to Texas Rangers game last night. You should see this guy's seats. Like underneath the ground, right at the on deck circle for the Rangers. I text him because Billy's all of his favorite teams. Texas Rangers is his team.
Yeah,
he used to be he used to own a bit of the squad.
Yeah,
but that's his team. Loves the Stars. Not a huge Mavs fan. He hates the Cowboys right now, and I don't blame him. But the point being, Uppy, I couldn't imagine last year for him watching his team win a World Series from those seats. He's like, yeah, Seager hit a fucking bomb in the 9th inning, and then somebody hit a walk-off in the 10th, and I'm sitting right in those seats. I'm like, dude, that would be like mind-blowing for Billy Quinn.
Crazy.
Mind-blowing.
Was that who won last year? The Rangers?
Texas Rangers beat Arizona.
Boy, fucking
Billy was going back and forth with Jack from fucking Arizona back to Texas, Old Town back to Texas, Old Town back to Texas.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Unreal.
And then last but not least, I wanted to give some love to a former teammate of mine, Kevin Porter. He's been coaching with my boy Sheldon Brookbank in Wilkes-Barre. Portsy was a depth guy in the NHL. Good dude. I actually talked to Sheldon Brookbank about him.
D-man?
Kevin Porter was a forward.
Ah.
Yeah, played in Buffalo a little bit. Great dude. Anyways, he's out there. He's looking for a coaching job. Yeah, I said, if you're the up dog, could just mention me out there that I'm out there looking. I said, Portsy, no problem. Love this guy. Good character guy. This is the guy you want in your organization, up dog. So I just wanted to give Portsy some love. If you're looking for a coach out there, let's go. Get it going. Get it going.
Yeah, we're not coaching.
We're not coaching.
Not yet, anyway.
Hey, shout out to, by the way, my local junior C team, the Port Hope Panthers. New owner, Dan Stewart, who is actually the goalie coach for the St. Louis Blues. And the new GM is my boy, Christian Erickson, who's a huge fan of Missin Curfew. He asked if we wanted to sponsor the team next year, so we're going to sponsor the team. And one of the guys is going to have a Missin Curfew patch on the shoulder.
The beauty of the game gets the word.
Oh no, he's going to wear it all year.
Yeah,
he's going to wear it all year.
Oh, so just for one team
guy. I said, hey, listen, if we can make it a local Port Hope boy, right? That's the first thing I said.
We'll find a team in Fort Mac too. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, I said, boys, you got to get some local because it's junior C, right? Like, let's be honest, these guys are maybe they'll play college or whatever, but let's get some local talent on the team. Let's get some local guys.
Fort Mac's always done that.
Yeah, that's good.
Fort Hope, no? Like they've always been like bringing that up and coming young kid and like make sure there's a spot for him. And I think it's just a necessity. You have to.
Yeah.
He gets what the younger kids like look up to those guys. You need that in your minor hockey system.
For sure. And then last but not least in the little intro here, up dog, or I guess this might be Obi's world here. I'm going over my fucking weekend. But
it's okay.
The Memorial Tournament, never played Muirfield. Have you played Muirfield?
It's insane.
Yeah, it's sick,
It's
right?
a great club. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how we did the tiebreaker for Muirfield Village when we played in Cincinnati? You guys beat us out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And Disco Dan Balsma, who is the head coach for the Seattle Kraken, and Casey Hankinson had, I believe, a foursome with a member. Maybe you can play five there. He had two spots to go to Muirfield Village, which was from Cincy's a 2-hour drive. So it was between me, Loops, and Kunitz. And they couldn't pick, right? They're like, we can't pick. So they went to this kid's store and picked up these like miniature golf clubs with big fucking heads on them.
Yeah.
And a big like wiffle ball golf ball. And they got like a shopping cart. They're like, all right, first two guys to chip it in is coming to Muirfield Village. Fucking Cooney dinks her fucking right off the get-go. Loops misses. I didn't go very long. I think Loops on his fourth or fifth shot. Boom, corn dogs. Wow. They went and played. I had to stay home, smoke pot.
What a nice touch though. That's a
good idea though, right? Because they couldn't pick.
See, listen to this guys out there. You're playing hockey, like you're the team guys. Fucking do that for the boys.
Yeah,
right.
Isn't that a cool way to do it?
Couple of the good guys. Yeah,
I'd like to have a chipping contest with Lupo right now though. I don't fucking win.
Thank God it wasn't that. Be like, let's go out and play some pool. I'll play in pool for it.
Oh, I would have even less of a chance. Yeah. But Billy Quinn, thank you. Bottle Straw, you're an absolute track. We'll be right back at Missin Curfew. Up his world. Party time.
Oh,
excellent. Off season's around the corner.
Off season is around the corner. Buddy, I had you took off Thursday last week. I went and played Riv with my boy K-Wash. Shout out to Much.
How's Wash?
Wash is great. I had dinner at the house. We turned on the Oiler game, watched the first, actually it was the Panther-Ranger game. Watched the first period, jumped in the sprinter with G-Money, head back. But it was great. Riv played awesome. I had a career best day. Career best 67, fella. 7 birdies.
Heard that's
with the new
insane.
clubs too. With my new clubs, who I was the fucking humming and hawing. Like, should I be playing these blades? And I went out there and I ended up like par on 1, that long par 5. But number 2, I make bogey, and then it was just a barrage. It
was a birdie barrage.
A birdie barrage.
Do you remember what holes you birdied? Did you birdie 10?
I birdied. No, I didn't birdie 10. I birdied 11. I birdied 12.
You birdied 12.
I birdied 12. I birdied.
Wow.
I birdied 6, 7, and 9.
Wow.
9, I had a 6, 7, 9.
Birdie.
Yeah, the 9 was like a 25-foot putt down the hill. It was the reverse claw day. It was just
nice. I like when you get the reverse claw. I like when you get the reverse claw.
It was sized up. It was just a perfect day, and it took some to 600 bones.
Is that your best round ever?
Ever.
And then you get to say it was at Riviera.
At Riviera, yeah.
Wow.
Ever. So it was a nice touch.
I shot 69 with, of all people, running around the car with Aaron Voros and Tom Doherty and Evan were in the other car. I shot 69.
Yeah.
And then I didn't break 80 for 3 months, probably.
God damn.
You think I'm the only guy to shoot 69 and not break 80 for 3 months? Probably.
Yeah. You're like, but it's like backing up a birdie with a bogey type thing.
Yeah, which I do fucking
I know
a lot.
95% of golfers back up bogeys with birdies.
67 at Riv is...
It's
above national league.
Day, but
that is crazy. Did you punch
and
it in? Did you put it in your handicap?
No, I didn't put it in. No, because there was one temp green. I actually asked. I came
that
off
in there.
So I came. You know what temp green was? It was number 4, that long par 4, long par 3, the one over the bump.
Ben Hogan says best hole in golf.
So that was bumped up to about 110 yards. So they're like, and I made birdie. Like, you don't have to punch that in.
They said that.
Yeah, because it was 110.
Okay, well,
temp tee box.
We'll give you put a 3 down there and put it in.
Yeah.
So you shot 68.
But no, it was a fantastic day, and then it just led into what became. I was just on fire.
By the way, that hole sets up perfect for you though, because it's
a little
for the
cut.
people at home that haven't played it. It's a little cut for a lefty for up dog, a little right to lefter that comes in like that.
Yeah,
and it plays 240. Fuck, you almost made a hole in 1 there one time I was playing with you at Riviera. But if you hit it over that bunker, and it just funnels. Mm-hmm. It just funnels. So you still would have probably, obviously, you would have made par there.
So, and by the way, that whole round, we were just firing out ideas on how to get to Dallas for what would have been Game 7 tonight. So I was like, listen, Obi and Billy are coming back from their golf trip. They're in town. They get in Sunday. Obi's going to stay Monday. We hum in Monday. We'll all play golf Tuesday. We'll get seats next to Billy for the game Tuesday night.
Billy had 9 seats.
I know.
Yeah, 9.
I know.
I go, hey, Uppy's doing. He says, don't worry, I got 9 seats.
Yeah.
Or 8 seats. I'm like, well, hang on to all 8 of them.
We were that was on the docket. I was good. All my plans this week were going to get changed had that happen.
Yeah, I had a seat for you and Princey, and we would have had one for Washy too. I'm like, Billy, how you got? He's like, I got all my tickets, 8 tickets. And then it was funny. I was watching the game with him, and he gave his 6 tickets to Game 5 to his broker. He's like, fuck, I hope he didn't sell them to Oilers fans. He's like, imagine there's like 6, 7 Oilers fans sitting there, but it was all Dallas fans. But that Game 5 the Stars played was just a stinker.
Yeah, so it just led into what became like a hot weekend. I started to bet golf. I started to bet tennis and my hockey bets, and I was just firing on all cylinders.
Nice.
Like, I even, the people that paid me out were
feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're like, wow, you went on a heater.
Yeah.
So I just, the stars were aligned. Again, feeling good. Stanley Cup final around the thing. We got a lot of trips coming up. I'm just fucking ready to go.
You got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy it, fella, because it doesn't happen very often, right? And you just kind of enjoyed it. I remember there were some times throughout this year that you were like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm like, you're not done. We got to fucking gamble.
Shut the DraftKings.
DraftKings is one of our biggest biggest sponsor. Yeah, and you fucking are not going to watch hockey unless you have skin in the game. But I've been there, buddy. 2 years ago, I went on a fucking dude. Every game I bet, I remember, I'll never forget. It was Pittsburgh-Boston. This is 2 years ago. 4-1 with 10 minutes left in the third period. Boston won 5-4 in like regulation. I was like, how did that just happen? But you fought through it, and now you're back, and you got to enjoy it because, my friend, it doesn't last forever. It doesn't last forever.
Totally.
But enjoy it.
I sprinkled the board in tennis, the quarterfinals at the Roland Garros, right now, the French Open, and it is,
My girl Sablanca is still going, right?
She is. She's in the quarter. She plays tomorrow.
I know, she's bringing the heat.
Yeah, she's a beast.
God, she grunts hard, doesn't she?
Yeah, this Swiatek is my chick. I bet the house on her before the tournament started.
I saw the Joker withdrew?
Joker withdrew this morning, yeah, unfortunately.
What's he got?
He's got a torn meniscus in his right knee. So, yeah, he's just, it's years of just pounding on cement or clay. And listen, he had 2 of the craziest 5-set battles the last 3 days. They're playing, because of the weather, they're playing in Paris till fucking 3, 4 in the morning right now. Like,
because it's
the U.S. Open, you usually go 1, 2 maybe. They're playing until 3:30 in the morning right now over there.
Just because of the weather?
Just because of the way the weather was. They're trying to squeeze it all in so they can have the finals this weekend.
So no roof there?
There's no roof.
No roof. So it's crazy. In Texas fashion, they have they built a new ballpark with a roof, but they still have their old ballpark right beside that. Looks like the one without a roof. And then AT&T Stadium it looks like a spaceship.
Yeah.
It looks like a goddamn spaceship.
I bet.
I was looking for shit to do in Dallas. I was like, what should I do in Dallas day off here, eh?
Was Mac Mill there?
Yeah. Mac Miller flew in. That's why I stayed there. She got her trip here, got cut short a couple days. And it's like, you can go to Dallas, you can go on a tour of AT&T Stadium. I'm like, I look it up. It's like 3-hour tour. 3 hours. What am I fucking going to look at for 3 hours? I'm like, I don't want to do that. So then I just went to the spa and spotted up all day. Oh, the cold tub was cold there, Ups. I was mentally weak, dude. I don't want to lie to you, brother. I was only in there for like 40 seconds. I had to get out.
Make you feel mentally weak
all the time. I felt
all the time. That's what it's there for.
I felt it. I will save the hedging of your. I want to talk to you. We'll talk Fellow Friday about because I know you put yourself in a nice situation here, but. Uppy's World, party time. 67 at Riv, bro. That is fucking up, National League.
Heads up.
It's the Missin Curfew. Dog of the week. Up, dog. I want to give it to 2 guys here.
Yeah. I'd like to give it to these guys as well. 2 of my old teammates right here.
2 of I never played. Okay, you did it. I played with Cooley.
Yeah.
But Dmitry Kulikov and Oliver Ekman-Larsson, they're the Missin Curfew Dog of the Week. Both of these guys. They've just been. Listen, Cooley doesn't have any points, but he's played in every game, 15 minutes a night. They're 5-6 pair, but they just do everything right. They make the right play. They go D to D. Cooley plays physical. Oliver Ekman-Larsson plays on the second U in power play. They both went back down to sunny Florida with vitamin D to rejuvenate their career, and that's exactly what they did. Good on Bill Zito to give these guys an opportunity, and fuck up, dog. Good on these guys to find their game, right? Oliver Ekman-Larsson was a 30-minute-a-night fucking D-man when he played with you. Mm-hmm. To go there, but accept his role, Cooley do the same thing. Without these 2 guys, they're not going to the Stanley Cup Finals, so they're the Missin Curfew. Dog of the week.
Dog of the week. You know what's funny, Obes, is I have 5 past teammates playing for the Panthers right now.
Oh, yeah? I saw 30 too, by the way.
Sorry? You saw Store 30?
I saw him via FaceTime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I had Cooley, Barkov, Ekman-Larsson, Oliver, and then Ekblad, and there's one more, I think. Anyway.
Hey, now that you brought up that you brought up Barkey, how did you feel about Paul Maurice basically saying to him, don't touch that?
Yeah, I loved it.
I loved it too.
I loved it. I had a dream about Barkov the other night. It was crazy, but it was like
that's a guy who's fucking invested in playoff hockey.
Yeah, right no, there. Someone was like, I'm there talking with someone about Barkey, and he shows up, and I go, look at how fucking strong this guy is, and he had his one hand on his top of his stick, but he had this like metal stick, and it weighed like 60 pounds, and he was just doing this with it, like you know how he can do the one-handed flick.
Yeah,
like he's actually got like a one-handed roof. Oh, and Tarasenko, that was who I.
You know what, Vladdy? He played better down the stretch.
I know. So there's
once Maurice put him with the 2 Finns, Listerine and Lundell.
Yeah,
Vladdy kind of found.
I know. So he had a couple bad shifts, and then he just found a way. He turned it on. He blocked shots. He got to the net. He had a couple great chances, but yeah, he's started to find his game. He's also a little dog of the week. But I love the way that Paul Maurice came out and said. You know, and you can tell he didn't say anything before the game to the guys, right? Like, fuck it, we'll say it after. You don't.
Yeah, they touched it. They touched it the year before.
I know they did. Yeah,
it was great the way Paul Maurice said about his team out in the post-game press conference after they won the Eastern Conference. He was like, last year our team was, you know, emotional and in and out, and he's like, and we had to be just to get to where we were. Where this year, you know, we're more. You know, not expected to be here, but more like, I guess expected to be here and like even keeled and under control, and you could tell the difference between the last year they were just fucking out of control, like going crazy, and now they're kind of like, all right, here we go, we're ready to rock.
They were underdogged in every game last year, but basically every series they went into, they were underdogged, and why, you know, why wouldn't they have been like, fuck, we got to fight our way up? Now they're a good team, man. They're well built and they're ready to go and they're rested and their goalie's fucking unbelievable. So yeah, they're riding a little like time to beat us now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I know it doesn't matter. And when you hear Gretz talk about, he's like, yeah, we picked that trophy up and brought it in the dressing room with us and, got drunk with it. And it's a hard trophy to win. I'm like, fuck, you're so right, Gretz. But I've always said, and I always thought if I was ever in that position, which I never got to, I wouldn't have touched it. I would be like, boys, don't touch that fucking thing. Yeah. We could touch it after if we lose, right? Like, I know it means nothing. It has nothing to do with the outcome of the series, but I don't know. I just think it's cool when they all get in there. Like Connor, too. Connor's like, we're not touching it. They all get in there. They take their picture with it, and they leave it right there.
Yeah.
To me, that's cooler. Like, we ain't done. We're not done, boys. We'll get this fucking thing later.
Did you hear the fucking chants when that Peter DeBoer's interview was going on? Did you hear the building? Yeah. How loud that is?
Yeah. I mean,
these fans are going buck.
Fucking fans are drunk is what they are. It's fucking drunk up there, Up Dog.
Flashing tits.
We'll get into that, too. We'll get into the final and talk about the Up Dog heading up to see the Oil fans. DraftKings, fella.
DraftKings, presented by our friends at DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DK and all it has to offer throughout our show. DraftKings, boys, the crown is yours.
Up Dog, I wanted to put this in. DraftKings bets, baby. And, just give some credit to their coaching staff, too. Chuck Knobloch and Paul Coffey. The Oilers, I was wondering when they were going to figure out how to fucking check and play the right way. Well, under this coaching staff, and I'm going to give credit to the players, too, because they've bought in, but they've learned how to fucking check and play. And their power play and penalty kill right now, if it continues to hum the way it hummed in the second round in the conference finals, when you have 97-29, it's going to be really hard to beat this team. But I just want to give the coaching staff credit. But when we're talking about DraftKings, baby, Up Dog, we sat in this very studio. At one time, we could have got the Edmonton Oilers for plus 1,800. At plus 1,800, when they fired old fucking Jay Woodcroft there and hired Knobloch, they were plus 1,800.
And our boy fucking Joe DeMarco texted us and said, "Is this a good value bet?" And I said, "Absolutely not. They're fucking, they're done, dead in the water." I said, "No, they're done. They have nothing right now. They're so beat up. They're going to start selling at fire sale. They have to." I was heartbroken because I had bet them for those first 12, 13 games. I bet them almost every day. I did mode of like, oh yeah. If they lose 3, you just keep hammering. And I was like, oh, my God. Then they lost to San Jose, and I could have thrown my fucking TV in the pool.
Yeah, that loss to San Jose was costly for me and you, and it was just like the breaking point of like, wow.
But still have that text from Joe saying, is this a good value bet right now? Oilers at plus 1,800. I said, no, it's not.
We should have. Me and you should have known. We should have tickled it. Me and you should have just been like, we got to tickle it. This is the first year since I've started this podcast with you where I haven't put a future on the Edmonton Oilers to win the Stanley Cup. I just didn't do it because I just thought, they haven't figured it out now. They're not going to figure it out. When fucking Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are eventually going to win a Stanley Cup. But you know what? Another thing about this team, and this is what I wanted to circle into how they were. That's where they were at one point in this season. They were a laughing stock of the league. Yeah. They were fucking plus 1,800 to win the Stanley Cup. They went through that adversity. And throughout this run for them, it's almost like when they got down to the Canucks after Game 5 and were down 3-2 or anything happened throughout the course of the year, it's like we were already at rock bottom.
Yeah.
We hit rock bottom. So the adversity they've been through, they're not going to be intimidated one bit here heading into South Florida because they were at the bottom of the shit pile, and now they're at not quite the penthouse, but they're at the 26th floor, and they're about to just try to hit that button up to the penthouse, baby.
It's going to be Bobrovsky. How good is he going to play when the Edmonton power play? Because you know that the Stanley Cup Finals, Obes, the speed, the intensity, the physical play, it bumps up. Yeah. There's going to be some penalties. And then it's Bobrovsky. Like, I know you shut down the New York Rangers power play, but, you know, Adam Fox didn't look like he was himself. Panarin, obviously, until the last game, I didn't think he played very well. But now you're going to have a power play that's now confident, that's buzzing. Bouchard. So it's going to be that's the battle I'm looking at is Bobrovsky versus power play, and if he can handle it. If not, like if Oilers go in, get confidence in their power play and their penalty kill still flies like it is, it could be Edmonton series, momentum wise going back to Edmonton, which is scary for Florida.
Yeah, and another thing when it comes to DraftKings betting here, to stay on the DraftKings betting thing, is when you got money on a fucking team in the playoffs and they give up a goddamn shorthanded goal, fuck off. Like, you cannot give up a shorthanded goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs at all. Yeah. It happens in the regular season. You cannot, and for guys out here like us that are betting on it, when Dallas gave up that shorty in, was it Game 5?
It was, it's Connor. It was Connor Brown.
Connor Brown?
Yeah, and Mark.
Was that Game 5 or Game 4? Doesn't matter. I think it might have been Game 4.
Yeah.
They were up 2-0, give up a shorty, crushes you. And then I do think they gave up another shorty in Game 5 as well. I can't remember. But I'm just saying, man, come playoff time, and when you have money on a team and that team gives up a shorty, this whole playoff, when my team has given up a shorty, I wish I could pull up the stats. They didn't win the fucking game.
Florida gave up a shorty to Chris Kreider in the first period, and then they ended up winning.
Did they win?
They came back and won. Kreider came in with that backhand.
Game 5.
And then the Panthers fucking spun him.
Well, there goes my stat. There goes my stat.
Sorry, buddy.
Don't be giving up shorties is all I'm saying, man. Don't be giving up shorties.
Yeah, so
that was a terrible play by Chuck. He even said after the game, he's like, what the fuck was I thinking there?
But
they're just momentum killers.
On the bets here,
they're momentum killers.
Is this where we can talk about our futures right now for what we have laid on this series?
I was going to save that for our Stanley Cup preview.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, I just saw the bad. Bad beats. Yeah.
No, I was just thinking, like, at one point we could have got the Oilers for plus 1,800.
Yeah.
And we didn't touch them.
Totally.
As veteran NHLers, we should have been like, fuck, let's put 1,000 on them, 500 on them. And for me, getting a shorty against your squad kills you big time, baby.
Yeah.
Kills you.
No, it does.
And I think if I was coaching teams, I'm like, whatever, boys. Like, you can't give up a shorty here, right? Like, don't sell the farm to try to get a power play goal. I know it's tough to score now, like, as the playoffs go on, but I just feel like shorthanded goals, they crush you up, dog. And besides the Kreider one and the Panthers found a way to come back, I can't think of another one throughout the whole playoff. The Avs gave up a couple shorties to the Dallas. I was just like, not good. So, but yeah, we're down to one last series. You know what? Listen, I'm excited to bet on the final, and then I'm excited to take a little breather. I'm excited to just take a little breather. I've been betting on hockey since when the season started, October 8th. I haven't taken a night off of betting on hockey since then. So I'm ready. I'm ready to put the feet up, fella. I'm ready to put the feet up. Get this guy a beer. Presented by Labatt Blue Light, the pristine Pilsner. Enjoy your beers together so we can live life to the power of we. Always enjoy responsibly. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York. Up, dog. Go ahead. Your boys first.
Yeah. Gustav Forsling, fella.
Dude.
Goal in Game 5 to tie the game. What a shot. 4 goals, 7 assists. This playoff run, boys, I love the way this guy, they signed him to a long-term deal this year. We just saw the GM today on Pat McAfee, Bill Zito. This guy, man, the vision for some of these guys that he's built this team around, this Forsling being one. I love this guy. I would hate to play against him. He almost reminds me of like a really strong Jay Bowmeister type player that just like try to get to the front of the net. He's got a great stick. He's tough. He's fucking mean, and he just jumps in the play and causes havoc. So he's all over the ice. But boys, get this guy a Labatt Blue Light. Forsling, fuck.
Yeah, up, dog. You've been pumping his tires. And listen, I love him too. And Bill Zito locking him down was a hometown discount. Listen, look at, like, he had 10 goals for 39 points, and he was plus 56. I didn't even think he had 10 goals. I knew he was plus 56. But what I'm saying is his defensive game's been unbelievable. But this offensive flair that he's shown, and up, dog, we talk about, or I guess I talk about, come playoff time, you got to get out of your comfort zone. If you're a guy that's a goal scorer and you're not scoring, you got to fucking block shots. And at the same end, if you're a fucking shutdown defensive like this guy, although he had 10 goals in the regular season, so he does have offensive touch. But I just think the goals that he has scored in the playoffs, they haven't been floaters from the point that, were screened by Chucky or Bennett and went in there. These have been legit goals, backhand shelf. This guy's been playing unbelievable. So I'm with you, up, dog. Get that guy Labatt Blue. And then my boy, I know I give it to him. My boy, I don't even know him, but I absolutely love him. I give it to him every week. But Sam Bennett, I mean, the dish to Forsling in Game 5 where he walked the middle, faked it, got the fucking, I think it was a forward. I think it was Lafreniere, which makes it a little easier. Bite, slid it through to your boy Forsling. I mean, Sam Bennett. And then his one-timer cheese in Game 6. How are you?
That was
How are you?
I didn't even know if that crossed the line. I thought it was the 3 posts and out. It was so hard.
It was insane.
Yeah, it was
great play by Rodriguez too. A little
Rodriguez
little
is playing
give and go.
unbelievable
Whambo
right now.
But look at Sam Bennett when the series got fucking tight.
Yeah,
goals in game 4, 5, and 6. Right? They were down 2-1. He scored in game 4, 5, and 6. Like that to me is a playoff guy up
know
dog.
really how severe his injury in the first round was. Like the fucking shot he took off the hand. Like we don't know how. Yeah. We could tell coming back he wasn't 100%, and he's done this 6 goals, 4 assists, 12 games. That is chipping in, bud.
Yeah, when I knew he was getting healthy is when he started taking more faceoffs. I'm like, oh fuck, he started taking more faceoffs. He's starting to feel better here, and ever since he started taking faceoffs, he's been ripping them fucking bar down. So good on you, fella. And then from the other end, Igor Shesterkin, man.
What a run,
listen, buddy, keep your head up. He had a great press conference today. They asked him about extensions and this and that. He just said, I don't speak English. 524 shots faced in 16 games. Rangers were outshot 13 of 16 games. Paul Maurice says he hasn't seen a performance since Eddie Belfour. I haven't seen a performance like that since maybe Jonathan Quick with the LA Kings. And then when I go back even further, J.S. Giguère. J.S. Giguère, the year they lost to the Devils, to Scott Niedermayer and the boys. But Putty up, dog. It was, he deserves a lot of blue lights right now because he was playing unbelievable.
Yeah. You look back, I mean, that's maybe Marc-Andre Fleury with the way he used to kick back in the day, stealing cups. But wow, this was a specimen. I guess he's up for free agency at some point, right? He's restricted, but
we'll go over that in tea times and see. Because they were talking to him about contracts, so he's got to be either there,
10 mil,
giving him whatever he wants.
Yeah,
I'm giving him Lundqvist's apartment if he wants. Hank, it's time to move out. All right,
take my ties.
Hey, Hank, we love you,
couple suits. But
just leave the suits for Igor because he's moving in, and we'll get you another penthouse beside him. But I'd give him whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
I mean listen, I'm interested, and we'll go over it on tea times. But I'm interested to see the moves the Rangers make because they have me with that guy in net. Look out, Updog. I'm going to go again here. I'm going to do a little audible here. I'm going to give it to Corey Perry, the Worm, only guy in NSL history to take 5 teams to the Stanley Cup final. When I heard that, I was like, "Wow, Worm, that is that's impressive." I don't know if you're drinking blue lights anymore, Worm, but if you are, get yourself a Labatt Blue, fella. That's impressive, and it'll be bittersweet. Obviously I'm going to take Florida in the series, but that's just impressive, and that's just Corey Perry in a nutshell, man.
Yeah, and then I will go and say Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 13 seasons with the Oilers, first trip to the finals. A guy, Draisaitl said it best jokingly, I think after last round, was that he's the coach's favorite player because he just does everything well, and you don't need to ever sit him down and say, hey, do this, do that. This Nugent-Hopkins, getting to know the kid, getting to play alongside him in training camp, he is a beast. So what a compliment to the line, to the power play. I'm happy for this kid. He's very humble, and I'd love to, it would mean a lot for him to be able to host some.
Yeah, listen, the only negative about this guy right now is he's got the worst playoff mustache going in the whole playoffs, right? He can't grow anything. Poor guy. He's trying.
It's okay.
He's trying.
I can never grow.
I respect this guy. And listen, this, we were talking about the week before about sticking with him. Somebody we were talking about sticking with him. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, the same thing, man.
Yeah.
4 years ago, probably 3 years ago,
yeah.
When I was doing Cooley's show and started doing this podcast with you, I was like, you should trade Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I just thought, you don't need him when you got Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and your defense sucks. Trade him. What are you guys waiting for? Kenny Holland comes in, obviously sees something in this kid. There was a reason he was a first overall pick. And like you said, Updog, now he's a coach's dream. His 200-foot game's unbelievable. He plays bigger than he is now. He'll find a way to get in those dirty areas. He's got offensive ability, plays on the power play. But I guess what I'm saying is they did a hell of a job sticking with this guy because you could have traded him 3 or 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
For a D-man, and no one would have been like, holy fuck, what are you doing? What are you doing?
No, so it's great when we're just playing just insane hockey.
Yeah, he's playing a great 200-foot game. And that's one thing I was never called as a coach's favorite player. That's another thing I was never called. But
guy.
Shout out to Port Hope's own. This guy's keeping Port Hope on the map, thank God. Owen Beck, he won the OHL championship last year with the Peterborough Petes, got traded to the Saginaw Spirits. Not only did he win the Memorial Cup, he was the MVP of the Memorial Cup. Port Hope, Ontario, second rounder of the Montreal Canadiens. I think he's going to be a good pro. Right-handed shot, can kill penalties, good in the face-off circle. But Owen Beck, get yourself a Labatt Blue fella. Way to keep Port Hope on the map. Up dog. It was all OHL final, buddy.
It was, right?
London versus
Saginaw.
Fuck, they went through Saginaw players that are in the NHL. It's crazy. Trocheck, Biz, obviously, Ryan McLeod. Lots of good players that went through that system, man.
Really?
Yeah, lots of good players that are in the Stanley Cup playoffs right now.
Where is Saginaw?
Saginaw is like,
he never wanted to leave there.
yeah, it's like kind of in between
Hour?
Plymouth and Detroit, somewhere in there.
Oh, so
Flint,
south.
somewhere around there.
Okay.
I mean, it ain't perfect.
No.
It ain't fucking perfect.
No, I didn't think so.
Ain't nothing against Michigan, Jim Abbott, but it's like Ontario. She ain't perfect. Weather's not great, but up dog, you know what is great?
Jägermeister. Fella. Should we do one?
Let's do one, fella. Cheers,
fella.
hey? Stanley Cup final.
Cheers.
Been
Jägermeister
the best to
presented.
win.
Damn, that's cold. Presented by Jägermeister. Best served at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Fella, damn, that's cold. Check Jägermeister out at www.draftkingsxjagermeister.com.
Woo, that's nice.
Fella.
I fucking needed that after the old 5:30 wake-up call. I'm back.
Yeah, you had an early morning.
I'm back, baby.
You look fresh.
I'm back.
It's the
Good.
color of the T-shirt and your tan.
I thought this T-shirt went good with my skin tone. That's why
Yeah.
Then I got you the home white. Fuck, I got you the home white. I didn't get you a golf shirt because I figured you got enough golf shirts.
Got enough golf shirts.
Right?
I don't need any more golf shirts.
You can wear that around.
Love
eh? I don't know.
Love it.
Up dog, Jagger, iciest shot of the night.
I got to start off with Connor McDavid and the opening goal of Game 6, a guy that just put the team,
Fuck, was that
the
nasty.
team, the city, the damn country on his back. Power play, came in, juked our boy Sam. What's his name?
He
Little
juked Sam
Edmonton
Steele.
kid. Sam Steele
No,
juked
but then he fucking danced Miro Heiskanen.
He Miro got caught with his ankles
with his pants down.
with his ankles pointed at the net because he thought Connor was going to go do the old how's she going around the whole net, and he went down, and then it just, you felt it and you saw it with the toe drag, his weight on the outside edges of his skates. He came in and, man, he kept that puck right at his wheels, and then if he didn't go backhand cheese with an epic celly, what a way to get the building involved 5 minutes into the game. I had the over in the first period.
Nice.
So it was just, I mean,
That first period over.
corn dogs.
That first period hit all series at Oilers home games, but one game, I think. It went like 8 and 9. First period overs in Edmonton. Skinner said about that move, Connor McDavid doing Connor McDavid things. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like Heiskanen was caught between the shit and the stink a little bit. He was like, eh. And McDavid saw that, and
he's one of the best defensemen in the league, and he made him look like he was in Pee Wee.
he didn't play great in the conference final, I don't think. But who am I to chirp Miro Heiskanen? Eh? I'll tell you who did play great. Wyatt Johnson, his tip in Game 5. Quote from Joffrey Lupul, NHL All-Star. Did Loop score 30 in NHL? Close.
Yeah, no, he did.
Close, yeah.
Hey.
Said it's the greatest tip he's ever seen. The way he turned the stick over like that, bing, short side titty, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great shot by the D-man to get it through. Wyatt Johnson, that's a great tip. Damn, that's cold. Those are the Jagger iciest shots of the night, up dog. That was tasty. Yeah. I'm back, baby. I'm back, up dog. She's milk carton time, up dog. And listen, there's a lot of reasons. Well, there's one main reason I hate shot blockers. And this isn't going to surprise people that know me or listen to this podcast from day one.
Terrible style.
Terrible style, and Bob Hartley made me put on shot blockers when I came to Calgary. Made me. And I was thinking about going like through the NHLPA and being like, can this guy physically make me have to wear something on my equipment? There's got to be something in the NHLPA that says this fucking guy can't make me wear goddamn shot blockers because they look like shit. And maybe it was just in my head, but I felt slower when I was wearing them. I felt slower while I was wearing them. And to me, ever since they put them in, I just think, I don't know what to think. I've never liked them. And fucking Chris Tanev was wearing the shot blockers and still, I don't know if I have you heard what?
No, it'll come out. It should come out today.
Listen, I'm putting shot blockers on the milk carton because they're fucking ugly, and Tanev was wearing them and still broke his foot on a goddamn muffin wrister from Evander Kane. So shot blockers, you're on the milk carton.
Milk carton.
Get them out. They're not good for escrow.
Hopefully you never find them again. They're on the milk carton, never to be
Did
found
you ever
again.
wear them?
I wore them for a little bit when I started a PK.
Did you like them?
No, I hated them. I took them off. No, it was terrible.
Fucking brutal.
I look slower. I like to look fast out there.
You were fast. You were fast.
Yeah.
Too fast. They'll give you a speeding ticket sometimes. Fucking slow down, up, Shaw. Listen, I love this kid, Jake Ottinger.
Yeah.
Fella, this is no disrespect to you. You're a monster. You had a great season. I'm putting you on the milk carton, though, fella. You got outplayed by Stuart Skinner. I'm putting you on the milk carton for Game 6 alone. I told Billy Quinn while I was walking the fairways of Balti, Jake Ottinger's going to have to go in there and steal Game 6. And Dallas came out with a hell of a start. I'm going to throw the ref on there for that Game 6 call on Sutsi's cross-check, though I guess they called it rough, but that cross-check on McDavid.
I think that was Game 5, but I think the refs, like you said, yeah.
Was it Game 5?
It was Game 5. Suits gave him a little shove, and then Nugent Hopkins scored to go up 1-0. It was a big play in the series, and you're right. From that moment on, when Knobloch called out the refs for no penalties, Game 5, penalties. Game 6, even more penalties. So, I agree.
Well, good point by you, fella. It was Game 5. I was at Balti watching it with BQ now that you say it. But, hey, good job on Knobloch. That's why you use the media head coach. But to me, that call on Sutsy in Game 5, Sutsy's been in the league for 1,500 games. I know Connor McDavid is the best player on the planet, but Sutsy deserves that little cross-check not to be called up, dog. So, for me, I'm going to throw that ref on the milk carton for that call because I thought it was soft, and Sutsy being a veteran deserves to get away with that stuff. And then last but not least, if you got your phone handy there, Princey's got the clip here. I'm putting myself on the milk carton because
I saw this.
I've sat here all year and I've fucking ripped Darnell Nurse and I ripped other D-man and then Princey finds this clip of Hossa just walking me out of the corner. So Obi, you fat fuck, I'm putting your son on the milk carton for getting danced out of the corner, but up dog, I lost my stick.
I saw that.
I lost my twig.
I lost my stick towards the net when Hossa danced you from the corner. It was like,
yeah, he didn't. He didn't dance me. He beat me out of the corner for sure. But me and Keston, we did like a half a switch, and we didn't really switch. And then I lost my stick. And then when I lost my stick, Hossa went, "I can beat this fat fuck to the net here." And then Bobby Lou, shitty rebound, man, shitty rebound.
Yeah.
But dude, I looked like
who did I say Hossa reminded me of last week? Is that why Princey found this clip? He had to have had it.
There was a clip that Princey posted last week of us talking about Hossa, and I think Princey just wanted to get me to put myself on the milk carton. Yeah. So there you go, Princey. But tough look, out of position, sliding like this across the ice to try to get a glove on it. It's in playoffs too. It was 3-2. It was 3-2 with 12 minutes to go in the third. Fucking massive goal.
Massive for you guys?
No, we were down 3-2. Oh, that would have been even worse. We were down 3-2. But listen, I'm going to blame the fact that I lost my twig because if I have my twig, when I'm coming back to the net, I can put my stick out and fucking get in there and muck it up a little bit. Muck it up. But Bobby Lou, shitty rebound. Anyways, I'm on the milk carton. Audie, shot blockers, the ref. We're all on the fucking milk carton. Up, dog.
Fella.
Adidas Golf.
Presented by Adidas Golf, boys. Made where forever you play.
By the way, breaking news here at Missin Curfew. We will have some Adidas Golf shirts up on Sauce Hockey. Supposed to be today, Smitty. Smitty had a longer weekend than me, I guess. Fucking Smitty. But listen, we got a black one, a navy one, and a white one. They will be up on Sauce Hockey. I know it's getting nice up there, boys, so treat yourself. But also, Uppy, you've been seeing those collarless ones I've been wearing at Big Canyon. I'm telling you, they're buttery.
They're sweet.
They're buttery.
I got a nice pair of golf shoes. I'm going to bust them out. They're like a nice little olive green color.
Adidas makes great golf shoes.
Yeah, they're comfy as fuck.
Hold on a second here, Updog. I'm trying to pull up the old New York Rangers here. I got an ad read. Here we go. Yeah, so check it out, Adidas Golf. You go first on the Rangers. What you thought about their run? What you thought about bright lights?
Listen, it was a great run in NYC. I got to be honest. Yeah, anytime New York sports is buzzing this time of year, it's incredible for hockey, for fans, all whatever the case may be. I just want to put one guy out there that I thought played above and beyond his expectations. That's Vinny Trocheck, a guy that every day he's getting interviewed. He looked like he was playing with a bad right hand. He was scoring goals. He was taking draws. He was blocking shots, penalty kill, power play. A true leader on this squad, but he's probably their internal captain when you really think about it. So I was very happy for him. I thought Barclay Goudreau stepped up as your boy Coop answered to text, a winner's win. This guy had a bunch of good goals. Lindgren was blocking shots with his face.
Back up the Brinks truck for this kid.
For Lindgren,
back it up.
Igor Shesterkin, we've already talked about you.
1 year left, up dog at 5.6, and then he is UFA. So it is time to start talking to his agent.
And then just, you talk about Florida and how Florida's like, the confident Florida this year. New York went into this knowing that they're going to have to beat a team like Florida. And they didn't get their top-end guys to go out and beat them. They got their top-end guys got beat. They couldn't find a way to score goals on Bobrovsky in games 4, 5, and 6. And quite frankly, you get up 2-1 on the Panthers with home ice back in your pocket, and you can't keep your foot on the pedal. I thought Laviolette did a great job with these guys.
Great job.
But, the President's Trophy curse is still the curse, fella.
Yeah, that's a real thing, by the way. I think this will be a learning lesson for this club. They had an unbelievable year. I think they ran into a hungrier, more structured, more deep, but hungrier Florida Panther team. And you're right. Best players got to be their best players. Zibanejad didn't have a goal. Kreider had one. The Breadman scored one late in Game 6 just to make my butt cheeks fucking squinch up a little bit more at the UFC fights. I'm watching the hockey game with all these Rangers fans, and I'm cheering for Florida. I'm like, I got tons of money on it, guys. Like, that's one reason. I'm like, I love the Rangers. I was sticking up for you guys last year. Everyone in this jersey was calling me a fat fuck, so I like you guys. But
our boy T-Rex really hammered the Panthers, too, in that game.
T-Rex is the man. Yeah. I think this team, listen, if they can get Shesterkin signed, for me, Capo Caco, it might be time for Chris Drury to maybe, find another place for him where he could maybe go find a more offensive role. And you could bring in I don't know if you can get him, but can you get Marcus Foligno? Can you somehow trade Capo Caco to the Minnesota Wild? Bill Guerin's not going to do it, but a Marcus Foligno, to me, would really help a team like this. I also want to say Blake Wheeler, if he was healthy, I do think he would have helped.
Fucking played after.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't play great.
But he just played in the fourth line. Like, I think if he doesn't get hurt, he's playing on their top 2 lines, and he brings a little bit more meat and potatoes to their forwards. I love everything else about their team. I'm saying it right now. The steps that Alex Lafreniere made this year, I'm going to put a future on the Rangers next year. I think they're going to be back in the dance. Lindgren's got to get paid. Brandon Schneider, their young defenseman, he'll get paid. Gustafsson, time to move on probably. They got their D. They got their foundation. They got the Empire State Building. Listen, hockey's better. Hockey's better when the Rangers are good.
Yeah, I know.
And if you're Chris Drury and Peter Laviolette, and these guys go home right now, take a couple weeks off, they'll come back hungrier. I expect big things, but I think they could use a little more meat and potatoes up front.
Yeah,
they need to go and get somebody that can help that, and pay that Ryan Lindgren, man. His face, you see his face out?
Yeah, he's
looked like he was in fucking Poirier's fight. He was just cuts everywhere. Unbelievable.
I mean, they blocked shots in front of that Shesterkin. That was the one thing you got to highlight what they did. They found ways to block shots, but they got peppered at times, and you can't have that in the playoffs.
No,
not going to win.
But Shesterkin, fella, what a run! Rangers fans, good on you. You made the playoffs fun. MSG was rocking. Updog, always a pleasure getting here for you, bud.
Fella,
I'm heading for a swim, and then I'm gonna have a fucking nap. Kyle, Morgan, HallPass Media, you guys are the glue back there. Thank you very much. That was Missin Curfew,
fellas.